Information marketing, and get this now, it is more of a trade than a business, right? Instead of looking at information marketing, internet marketing as a business, as your business, look at it as your trade. Look at it as a trade. As an information marketer, we need to understand different aspects of our trade in order to generate profits. What do I mean by like a trade? I mean almost like being a plumber. I mean almost like being a carpenter. Almost like being an electrical person, right? You don't, as a general, if you're going to put up a house as a general contractor, you don't have to know all that stuff, but you got to bring the right people in at the right time. There are times that you need the electrical guy or the electrical woman. There's a time you're going to need the carpenter. There's times you're going to need the plumber. But you don't have to know all of those things. You don't have to get all the plumbing in place before you move forward. Now, here's what I mean by that. What you are, when you get started, you have to look at yourself more of a general contractor when you're starting than you are a business owner, right? More of a general contractor than you are a business owner. Here's what I mean by that. Think about it like this. Think about a structured trade contractor who needs to know and understand different aspects like plumbing, carpentry, electrical, but they don't have to know all the same trades at all times or all projects, right? Now, if we can think similarly, we'll get our resources smarter and we'll get them more in line with the things that we're actually trying to accomplish, the numerical goals we're trying to get to. Now, how does all this apply to information marketing, right? How does all this apply? Instead of buying to build a business, you may need to first get equipped for a trade, right? So again, in order to get some success at something, in order to finish something, don't buy for a business, buy to get equipped for a specific trade. What do I mean by that? Just like a general contractor, we don't need to get everything for every trade, like they don't. What we need to do first, and this is the key, start with a specific project that will lead to generating income. If you do nothing else that I've said tonight, other than to do that, and even if the part that I'm talking about trade, it sounds like it's a little too theoretical for you. If you just did this one thing, you'd probably increase your income. I would almost suggest you could double your income this way online, right? Whatever you're making. If you're making $20 right now, I can't guarantee, but I would almost think you're going to double that to $40. Why do I think that? Because most of us work on 5 projects. Most of us work on one project and then start another one. Most of us work on 3 projects at a time. We got all 3 things going on, and we're doing social media, right? What we have to do, and what you have to do, and what I have to do is you have to start when you start looking to buy things. When you start looking to get new tools, when you start looking to buy new training, when you make decisions about outsourcing, start with a specific project, right? Not a business. Don't buy to build a business. Buy so that you can work on and finish a specific project, we need to start with one project, and that's the key to buying the right tools and training. And that's going to effectively be your plan, right? So if you don't have a plan for buying something, where it starts with is a specific project you have to finish. It is not, ladies and gentlemen, not that you have to have something in the future. You and I have to finish the project. And so here's what we have to do. The key to building out a plan. You're going to have to build out your trade to finish the plan. Right? So if you need to be an affiliate marketer to finish on one specific project that you're working on, one blueprint, what do you need for affiliate marketing right now? It's not so nothing else matters for you to finish the product, right? Nothing else matters right now if that is what you're going to work on. And you got to put all the other stuff to the side, because what's going to happen is you're not going to finish the affiliate marketing project. If the project requires you to go and get traffic with Facebook ads, then look, you have to stop everything And you have to go ahead and finish and follow the blueprint and figure out with the resources you have how to do Facebook ads, if that's what the blueprint calls for, and finish the project, right? Put the other projects to the side and finish. Because listen, every time you follow through on one plan, it teaches you, and here's what's important. It will teach you where you are deficient, right? You don't know what you don't need to buy. You don't know what you need to buy, but you don't know where you're deficient until you try to finish something. If you try to finish something, what will happen is you're going to hit the wall someplace. You say, you know what? I don't know how to do that. Wow, okay, this requires me to start a podcast. I don't know how to start a podcast. Well, what do you need to do next? You have to, and listen, please don't think that you have to get off everybody's list. You have to unsubscribe from everything. You have to stay off social media. I mean, all that's cool, right? But it's not going to help you to finish anything. And I think sometimes, we prescribe medicine that doesn't necessarily, cure us of what's really ailing us. And what's really ailing us is we're not following one plan to finish one project. You need one project that's going to lead to income generation. And then you got to follow through on that plan. And when you hit the wall and you figure out you don't have the right tool, you got to go get it, right? So you got to stop. You got to not buy the other stuff, and you got to buy the thing. And so what happens is, that I got to wait till somebody does a launch about that. No, you don't, right? You might have to pay full price for some stuff, but what matters is you finishing the project, and you can't figure out what you're deficient in until you try to finish something. I'm calling this the power of one. One plan, one project. One project, one plan. Power one. Right? So now, what's one project, one plan? What constitutes one project, one plan? This is something that you commit to purchasing everything you need until you are consistently asking for the sale. That's what a project is. And so if your project doesn't take you all the way up to the point where you're asking people for their money, you haven't finished. Right? So again, so whatever you're doing right now, if it does not lead to you asking for somebody for their money directly, then you haven't finished. You're not working on the project. And for some of us, that's a bit of a shock, right? Because again, I mean, we can work on stuff forever. We can get involved in programs. It doesn't matter what it is, right? It can be affiliate marketing. It can be network marketing. It doesn't matter what it is. If what we're buying right now does not put us on the road to asking somebody for their money for something that we have not finished a project, and we're not planning on anything. The plan can be anything from anything. It could be your variation on being in a challenge, right? So in other words, you bought somebody's product on doing a challenge. Great. That's your plan, right? Finish the challenge. Buy what you need to finish the challenge. Do what you need to do to finish the challenge. If that's what you have, if that's what you're working on, put the other stuff and decide. It can be your variation on a method you got from an ebook. Great. Stop everything else. Start with that ebook. Work on the plan. It could be your variation on the theory that you have. So you might think, you know what? I just think that this is going to work differently. Wonderful. Figure out a way to put you in front of somebody to ask them for some money and put aside everything else. Buy the stuff you need to follow up on your theory till you're asking people for their money. You should not start down the road until you see it, until you know it's going to lead you asking for somebody for the sale. Right? So whatever your plan is, whatever your project is, it has to lead to you asking somebody for the sale. Now, but right there's some qualifications to that. You say, well, but I need a page builder. Don't I need one now? Maybe. Right? It depends on the project. Don't I need a membership site? Maybe. Right? Do you need to finish your project? But don't I need a social media automation tool? Maybe. Does it lead to you finishing the project? Won't I miss out on the launch price? Won't I be paying more later if I don't? Won't I eventually need this for my business? Right? Again, The answer is to that question is maybe you will. The project has to be the thing to decide for you, right? Whether you need to buy new tools, new tech, and new training, the project has to decide. So what do you have to do to finish the project? Right? What do you have to do to finish? If you're working on a challenge from somebody, you bought a challenge, you bought into it, good. What do you need to finish and ask somebody for the sale? That is what dictates whether or not you need to buy something. Not whether or not it's going to be on sale, not whether or not it's on the launch price, not whether or not you're going to miss out on the launch on this particular pricing now for your lifetime. Right? It will not matter if you start generating sales. Trust me on this. If you start making sales on the method you're working on, whatever you think you thought you missed out on will not matter.